Hey everybody, it's B Diz the Rockstar, part of SuperObvious. In this video, we're talking about a bunch of different movies that can happen in the reboot for Scream 7. Let's go.
I'll be right back.
Hello, Detective Ben.
Come and get it!
Watch a few movies, take a few notes.
So as you know, the Scream 7 movie is a huge mess. And it's all Spyglass's fault. They fired Melissa Barrera for her posts online. Neve Campbell was also not in Scream 6 because the studio wasn't willing to pay her correctly, since she basically made the franchise as big as it is today from the very beginning. Since Melissa being fired, Spyglass has reached back out to Melissa, wanting to bring her back, and so far, Melissa has said no. And this is probably after Spyglass went back to Neve asking her to make a return, which Neve probably refused on how they treated her for Scream 6. I have a video talking about this in detail, so check it out. So, with no Sam in the core 4 and with no Sydney, the actual story can't go forward in a way that does the franchise up to this point any justice. There is going to have to be anything from a soft to full reboot of the franchise. There's a few possible options we're going to talk about. The first one, and my favorite, is for the next movie to be Scream, the Cult of Ghostface. I actually made a video talking about this a while ago, so check it out. But the Ghostface cult was something that was in the works and could have possibly happened several movies ago, but never did. And this would include members of the cult being Leslie Mocker, Stu Sis, Jill, and led by Stu Mocker. And we will get the explanation on where and what he has been up to since the events of the finale of the original Scream movie, when everyone was convinced that he was dead when he had this big dinosaur TV dropped on his face.
In your dreams.
I have a video talking about that in detail as well, so check it out. The next option is a prequel, which could include a bunch of events that happened before the opening scene of the original Scream movie. I also have a video talking about this theory and plot explained in detail. The issue with this is that using CGI and de-aging technology to make all these actors and actresses look like 25 years younger like they did back in '96 could be expensive and a lot of work. Or they can do very good casting where all the actors look very similar to the characters they are playing. We see it all the time in film. With some work, I know they can find actors and actresses that look like a younger Neve Campbell that plays Sid, and a young Jamie Kennedy that plays Randy, and then Stu, Billy, Dewey, Cotton, Tatum, Gail, Casey, and so on and so on. It can definitely happen, which I'm down with, and could be a lot easier than trying to CGI all the actors who play these roles. But story-wise, there is so much we can see on screen that we never seen before, which I'm sure hardcore Scream fans, including myself, would like to see, like Roman training Billy to be Ghostface. In my opinion, Scream is one of the best horror franchises ever, so a prequel is going to happen at some point. And if they can't get the casting with Melissa or Neve straight, this could happen sooner than later. Scream 7 could continue where 6 ended, but it's seeming more and more unlikely anytime we hear any news or updates about it, with casting issues because of Spyglass messing up and being freaking idiots. Next, could be they create a new timeline reboot like how Halloween did. But it won't be as drastic, whereas Halloween almost retconned all the movies in the franchise for the Halloween Gordon Green trilogy. For the next Scream movie, it could continue after Scream 3. This could bring back Dewey, which I know all fans would appreciate. Also, Jill could still be alive because 4 never happened, so this goes back to Jill on how she could be in the Ghostface cult I talked about earlier. Next is a focus on Gail and Kirby, where they could be the lead girls in a soft Scream reboot movie with a bunch of new secondary characters that will be developed. This option isn't my favorite out of everything I've said, but it could almost be like a spin-off somewhere in the timeline, which could be pretty cool if pulled off right with a good story and some references to tie it all together. It could be pretty cool. A spin-off with Gail and Kirby was actually supposed to be in the works, even with the appearances from Dewey and references to other characters. I'm down with the spin-offs if they add depth to the Scream franchise. You guys on my channel know I make Scream videos all the time, and I'll take whatever Scream stuff to watch I can get. Last is a movie where Ghostface wins. I also made a video about this a long time ago, but I think a Ghostface spinoff where Ghostface isn't revealed at the end of the movie and escapes after doing all the killings would be something we've never seen before, which could be really cool. It would be an epic loose end that would have all the other characters paranoid and not sure who to trust of who that Ghostface or final Ghostface could have been. A cliffhanger like that would be freaking awesome. But yeah, that's the video. I named a bunch of different options on how the next Scream movie could happen. I explained a bunch of details in each movie, but it doesn't have to be set in stone. Some of the elements can be taken from each movie to make one. Or shit, you can take a bunch of details from all of them to make one movie. What do you think would be the best idea for the next Scream movie based on all the stuff I talked about? For me, it's either the prequel or Ghostface cult movie. I'll be making more videos talking about this, so check it out. Like and share the video, subscribe, tell other Scream fans to support the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Totally for sure.